After her children moved away, Amma lived alone in a small house at the edge of the village. The once colorful garden that surrounded her home had lost its charm. Flowers had stopped blooming, the soil had turned gray, and even the trees seemed weary. Every morning, Amma would step outside with her old chan, pour water from a cracked clay pot, and whisper softly, "It will bloom again someday." Her neighbors would shake their heads and say, "That land's too old now, Amma. Nothing grows there anymore." But Amma never stopped. She believed in miracles, even the smallest ones. One rainy evening, as Amma was closing her door, she heard a faint cry near her gate. Slowly, she stepped outside and found a tiny rabbit, drenched, trembling, and barely breathing under a bush. Amma knelt down with effort and gently lifted the poor creature. "Oh, you poor thing! Who left you here?" she murmured, wrapping it in her shawl. She dried its fur, warmed some milk, and fed it carefully. The rabbit looked at her with wide, frightened eyes, but Amma only smiled. "No more one goes hungry at my door," she sighed softly. She named him Chico. Day by day, Chico grew stronger. He followed Amma everywhere, hopping behind her when she walked, resting at her feet when she sat. For the first time in months, Amma laughed again. The house didn't feel empty anymore. Then something strange happened. The land began to change. Tiny green shoots appeared near the fence. Amma whispered, smiling. "Maybe the earth is waking up." Vegetables began to sprout, first a few, then spinach, tomatoes, even bright red chilies. The old mango tree, barren for years, dropped a single golden mango right at Amma's feet. She looked up and sighed quietly. "You saw Chico, didn't you?" The villagers were amazed. "How is this possible?" they asked. Amma only smiled. Love brings life back, even to old soil. Soon, people began visiting her for fruits and vegetables. She never sold them. Instead, she'd fill small cloth bags and say, "Take what you need, leave some for others." Chico would sit proudly on the porch, watching her. But not everyone appreciated her kindness. One day, a man from another village sneered, "You give away what could make you rich, Amma." Amma looked at him calmly and replied, "He became rich the moment he stopped being alone." The man didn't understand, but Chico did. He hopped onto her lap, as if to say, "I understand, Amma." Then, one summer evening, fire broke out in the nearby fields. The wind carried thick smoke toward her home. People screamed and ran. Amma's house stood right in the fire's path. But then something unbelievable happened. From a sky that had been dry for weeks, rain began to fall. It poured only over Amma's garden, putting out the flames before they reached her home. The villagers whispered, "It's a miracle." But Amma just looked at Chico, sitting calmly by the mango tree. "You're not just any rabbit, are you?" she sighed. Chico blinked slowly as if smiling. Years passed. Amma grew older, her knees weaker, her voice softer. But her heart stayed strong. Every morning, Chico still walked beside her. Every evening, the village children gathered in her garden to hear her stories. "This garden was never mine," she would tell them. "It was a gift. I just learned how to care for it." One morning, Amma didn't come outside. The villagers went in and found her resting peacefully in her chair, a gentle smile on her face, a flower in her hand, and Chico curled up beside her. She had gone quietly, like a soft breeze, but the garden didn't stop growing. It bloomed brighter than ever before. And Chico stayed, watching over the soil, the trees, and the children. Some say that at sunset, you can still see a white rabbit sitting beside Amma's chair. Some say the air still listens to his footsteps. But everyone agrees Amma's garden never withered, because kindness never does.